We got to free Britney.
Yeah, Britney's locked up.
Yeah, man. This is wild. I've never seen a conspiracy theory turn out to be this accurate and this, like, the whole, everybody just got on board this quickly. You know what I mean? Like, Epstein, we all kind of, yeah, he didn't kill himself, but that's it.
Right.
It kind of stopped there.
Right.
Free Britney is a fucking movement. It started with a bunch of kids on IG being like, hey, blink your eyes twice if you're a hostage.
Yeah.
And now it is full-on fucking rallies. It's, if Q was real,
Yeah.
free Britney.
Yeah. So what is the information? What do we actually have?
So basically, she was in court. I don't know exactly what the eventual outcome from like the court proceedings are. It's basically just like hear her side to, I guess, end the conservatorship.
Right.
And she gave like a 25-minute testimony that apparently got leaked, which I don't really understand if it was legitimately leaked or if it was, oh my God. If it was legitimately leaked or if it was accidentally like, or if it was actually put out to the press like intentionally, because she mentions that it was a press thing in her actual testimony. So basically she just goes on and on about how her dad is abusing her, that she's trapped against her will, that she's touring and doesn't want to, that she's working 7 days a week without a break and like she has no say over what she does. The big things that stuck out is that she has an IUD implanted.
Yeah, it's birth control. Like they were forcing her to stay on birth control.
She's like,
so
I want to have a kid with my
pregnant.
boyfriend, and they wouldn't let her. And so like, there's all these things. She's like, I'm paying people, but I work for them. Like I'm making all this money, but I don't get any of it. I don't have a passport. I don't have a credit card. I can't drive my boyfriend's car. So it sounds like she's a legit like.
I think her Vegas residency made $138 million, and she was receiving a stipend of $2,000 a week.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yep. $2,000 a week.
That bothers me much more than the IUD. Have we checked in on her other kids to know if she should have another? I don't know. But if you making $138 million, you getting 1% or whatever the fuck that is, no chance.
Yeah, it's a bad
0.1%. Fuck that, yo.
Yeah.
I don't think the boyfriend's complaining about the IUD. He's probably just happy.
You don't think he wants that like a doc baby or whatever that thing is? What do Mexicans call it?
Anchor baby.
Anchor baby.
Oh,
yeah.
you want to get Britney pregnant, bro?
Yeah,
you want her free and pregnant.
Actually, yeah, because I think almost every dude that was with her in the beginning just wanted the kid, and then they dipped a little while after.
Yep.
Unless they did because she was crazy, but
the dancer guy,
the dancer dude.
Yo, K-Fed is the real victim in all this, bro.
Facts,
He was living off her child support. Now he can't even get that, dog.
Oh shit!
Wait, why can't he get it?
I mean, he's getting way less than he should. If she's
he wasn't living on child support. He was living off of
Like
alimony or something like that.
Nah, but she's making 100,000 a year now, as opposed to.
No, she's still making $138 million. She just doesn't have control of her money.
So he can get it from his folks.
Of course, if that's what he deserves.
God,
If that's what he earns.
He's probably getting more than she.
Son, this is
He's
crazy.
making more money than she
dog.
is.
This is crazy.
Yo, K-Fed the
K-Fed's
goat,
the goat.
bro. We need to check in with K-Fed. Yo, get K-Fed on the podcast. That's what I want to talk to. Dove, make that happen. I mean that 100% sincerely. We need to talk to K-Fed. Yeah, the interesting thing about this Britney situation is like, we were all completely convinced she was crazy. It's very easy to convince someone or convince the public that someone's crazy. I don't know why we want to believe it so much. Like, you just need one outburst, as if we haven't had an emotional moment, right? And all of our horrible moments are not captured on camera, right? They're not captured on audio whenever we have it. But every single bad moment that you have publicly as a celebrity is captured, and you are then crazy. I mean, Dave Chappelle was crazy. They called that man crazy, right? He went from crazy to genius very quickly. The second he just started talking again, people were like, oh, no, he's a genius.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, this guy's not crazy. He's talking. I'm listening.
They told
he's
me
not
he's
crazy at all.
so I believe it. And now I hear him talk, and he's a genius. So we're so quick to believe that somebody is crazy.
Because it doesn't take up any mental bandwidth to just dismiss a person. He said it in his Inside the Actor studio. He said it's the worst thing to call a person because it's dismissive.
Yeah.
But that's why we like it, because I don't have to think about it.
I don't understand why we're so willing to believe.
It's convenient to just, Britney's going through some shit. What's going on? I could research and figure it out. Or, bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
What's easier for us to live our lives?
Shorty shaved her head off like that.
That conservatorship started right after that, and the dad was. Everyone could equate that's who saved her.
I want to get into the dad thing in a second because it's interesting, that relationship, because there's like one component that makes it tricky, right? There's one component that makes him a leech instead of a savior. But about the crazy thing, I understand that it's dismissive. I don't understand why it's so believable, right?
I think it's convenient, so we believe it.
But I think what you're missing and what I'm trying to communicate is I don't understand why we're so willing to believe it. Like, if I said that Al is sick, or his heart is failing,
or maybe he has cancer.
Or
Chill out. Stop putting all that shit
And he
on.
wants free merch. Maybe he wants merch
Come on.
from someone, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
but I
not-
guess I'm saying,
I'm
like, why is
Latino.
that? Why is that so easy for us to believe? Why don't we reject it? Right? Here's somebody that we've heard speak. We have so much experience with this person being brilliant, right? In Dave's situation, and so little experience with him being crazy. But the second it was said, it was like, oh, I guess he's crazy, and then I'm just gonna wipe away all that other shit.
I think as long as there's behavior that you can't understand and there's no motive or explanation, you
that's the
can't actually
bridge.
hear the words that they're saying. then
Right.
The only other explanation from my perspective is that you're crazy.
So it's cognitive dissonance, right?
Yes.
It's like the way that we feel about somebody is different than the way that than that person is acting, and we have to adjust those two things.
And
and the adjustment is, oh, I guess they're crazy.
You guys said it much smarter than me. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's just so interesting that you can like label somebody as that and then immediately believe it.
Yeah, because then you're just, well, my mind is free and clear to not try to figure out why she's acting like this, what could be going on. Now, like exactly like Mark said, now, oh, she's crazy. Done. That's an explanation.
As long as they're behaving in a way that you don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave walks away from 60 million. You're like, oh, he must be crazy.
Must be.
Went to Africa. Why would you go to Africa?
Yeah.
Walk away from 60 million. That's
and then
crazy.
he explains it. You go, oh, he's actually not crazy.
Yeah. Well, this is the importance of being able to, have like platforms,
Yep.
right? Because you get to control your narrative. Don't let motherfuckers take your narrative and run with it.
Yep.
Because I mean, I wonder. I mean, if Dave back in the day, if he just came out and said, and Brittany, same thing. I wonder if they were like, "Yo, I'm not crazy. I don't need this fucking conservatorship. I had a wild night. I had a mental breakdown. People might not ever relate to the amount of stress that I've gone through in my life, and then some people might, and they'll be like, "Listen, that's your worst day." Who knows? I'm sure we've all had fights with our, like friends, and they've gone crazy in the middle of that fight, and then afterwards, like, "Yo, my bad. I was wilding. I don't know why. I smashed a bottle or something like that." Like this
Everyone's
happens.
done crazy
100%.
things.
100%.
Yeah.
So, okay, what's interesting about the father to me is if the father wasn't making any money off of Brittany, you would think that he was doing this
Correct.
selflessly.
Correct.
But he profits off of her.
Correct.
So it seems like she's a gerbil in the hamster wheel.
Yes.
It's like, keep on generating that revenue. You're in Vegas. Keep on running on that wheel. I think he gets a 1.5% of gross of the tour, the Femme Fatale tour.
More than her.
But what's interesting about gross is that's before costs.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm getting mine off the top.
Yeah.
That's a wild deal.
Yeah.
That's going, I don't care how much money it costs to keep Brittany sane.
Yeah.
I get my shit first.
Yeah.
Then this bitch gets whatever's left.
Foul, dude.
That's
That's actually
foul.
foul. Yeah.
Right?
Ugh, that's fucking disgusting, dude.
And then he also gets I think 1.5, maybe it was 3.5%, then he gets 1.5% of something else. I can look it up. But the fact that he's making money off of this conservatorship essentially, right? By keeping her working, not allowing her to be pregnant. If she's not pregnant, she can still do shows. If she's pregnant, can't do the shows, I guess, as easily.
Yeah.
Right? He seems like the biggest scumbag in history.
Yes.
If I was him for a branding perspective, I go, all I do is care about my daughter. I'm not making any money off my daughter at all. I'm just here to help her.
Yes.
This is a conservatorship because we want to make sure that she's healthy and okay.
100%.
I would believe him a little bit more.
Her money's in a trust. I can't touch it.
Boom.
Once we see that she has all her faculties and she seems back to normal, we're good. She doesn't need to do the fact that you're still having her do shows and then saying she's not like mentally coherent. Why are you working her then?
Yes.
Can you imagine a person that's like, you have to check into a mental institution, but you're like, yeah, but okay, let's they're gonna go to work 9 to 5 and I'll take the money. But then after that, you're in the hospital. No, you're there for 2 weeks. You don't leave. You don't get to do anything. None of that adds up. Is, oh, she's not in charge of herself, but she can still do shows and tours and every night a fucking stressful ass Vegas residency.
Is she taking care of her kids?
I would assume he's in charge of taking care of the kids.
And there must be a nanny or someone else that's involved.
Okay, because my understanding was that she takes care of her kids. If she's taking care of her kids, she can take care of herself.
Yeah,
I think
that's
she takes
extra
care of
crazy.
her kids as much as like an Upper East Side woman takes care of their
Right.
kids.
But then you should
There's
still
another
be in
woman
charge of your
that's
own money.
positioned.
Yeah. I mean, usually
Yeah.
the dad is.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So she's got a live-in nanny, which there's nothing wrong with. Plenty of people have live-in nannies, but that live-in nanny is like court appointed. So basically, it's like you could watch after your kids with someone who really knows how to watch after kids.
Yeah.
So you're being watched while they're being watched.
Exactly.
I would be fine with that if he wasn't making money off the top.
Yeah, you can't make money off the top. There's something that's disgusting about it.
Yo, Mark talked about the guy that said the most evil man in history, and I was like, really? He killed this kid? This to me is worse than killing your kid. This is worse. You are enslaving your child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you won't let them, if you want to commit suicide, no, I got money to make off.
She is a slave for you.
Yeah.
She's a slave.
Yeah.
She's a slave for a lot of you. Matter of fact. How many people is Britney a slave for?
Probably
She's
a lot.
the dairy cow.
Parents, the fucking sister who's also a giant cunt for not saying anything. Where you at, bitch?
Oh, Jamie Lynn Spears?
Yeah, where you
she
at,
got
bitch?
pregnant too.
Yeah,
She got pregnant dumb early.
Yeah, ruins Zoe 101 or whatever the movie was.
Oh, she got pregnant while she was on the child show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which would have been a bomb storyline, but Disney didn't want to run with it.
Yeah.
Disney pussy for that one, bro.
I bet Dad suggested it. Hey, we can still make money if you want.
Yeah. Ugh,
Where's
so
she at,
fucked up.
bro? Where's she at?
That's the tricky thing with like being a parent in showbiz is you can't have a job. Like you have to look after your kids, but if you're making money off of them, you're
gross.
a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So what the fuck do you do? Yeah. What do you? Because you can't just go, hey, I'm gonna let these kids run out. Al, you got something? Go.
I mean, like, there's a little silver lining to this because you know how we look at like a dog's life and they're like, oh, they live the best life. She's kind of living the dog's life. It's like, hey, everything's being taken care of.
Yeah.
We give you, like, you're being fed. People are watching
They got
after
her
you.
fixed.
Yeah.
She can't have babies.
We take her
You know what I mean?
outside. Take
She
her
got
outside.
spayed, bro.
Yeah.
They spayed Britney.
Take her outside to get the exercise and
she
shit
has-
like that, and like come home and everything's like she kind of got it cushy if you look at it.
Yeah.
And it's a little different than like child actors who like grow up with, you know, their parents have always controlled it, and then you discover that the parents like stole, manipulated. I mean, they put laws for this. You know, like when you're a child actor, no matter what, money goes into a trust that you can only touch when you're 18 to prevent like parents from stealing. But the dad came in. This was like 2008 when she was like admitted to the hospital. K-Fed got sole custody. The dad was there to actually save the day, and that's when the conservatorship started, and then it evolved into this, and it's like, we'll analyze. It's like, was this greed he developed, or like
Parasitic,
she
dog.
really couldn't go that way?
Parasitic.
Can I give you one little thing that happened that with your boy Dove during that period?
Yeah. Go. Yeah. Give us
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tip.
yeah,
I'll
got
give you a little
inside
Hollywood
information.
because I want to. This is a compliment to Britney that a lot of people don't understand.
Mark, get off your laptop.
In 2008, this
Motherfucker's doing homework during the
peak
podcast.
peak crazy Britney, where she, you know, shaked the head, the whole thing, like she was coming out of all of this.
You smushed?
Almost, no. I was working on a show called How I Met Your Mother. It was shooting its third season.
You look
and
like that fucking guy. now
Thank
that I
you.
mention it.
So I was an assistant on that show, and that show was about, it was 50-50 whether it was going to get canceled or not, because you have to, once you get to 4 or 5 seasons, that's when like home run for the next 5 years, because they want to go into syndication. They'll make a shit ton of episodes. It was teetering. It could have gone either way. We're in casting, and we have a role for this like receptionist, and on Monday it was going to be a regular nerdy actress playing this part. Britney's boyfriend, who was an agent, read the role and said, oh, Britney should do this. This was like Sunday before we were going to do a table read Monday, a peak crazy Britney. And the producers and the creators were like, okay, let's have Britney on. Britney comes on. Everyone was like, eggshells. Is she going to go left, right, crazy or not? She was the sweetest person. The father was there and one
Fucking scumbag.
bodyguard just standing there in the wings. She did the part. Because of her appearance on that show, it drove up ratings because people wanted to see if she'd go crazy or not. And the ratings brought this whole new fan base. And because of Britney, that show lasted another 6 years.
Wow.
Made people tens of millions of dollars
that was a
and
massive
spin-offs.
show.
And so many people don't understand that had Britney not been on that episode, that show could have easily just been one of these other sitcoms washed away.
So you too use Britney Spears.
I use
Wow,
Britney. I want to
dog.
thank you. My cousin was a thank you. People involved. But yeah, that was props. But it
isn't it
started
interesting?
off fair.
No,
the
that's a
dad-
perfect example. I'm not trying to call you people scumbags, but like that's a perfect example. It's like, is this bitch a little crazy? Maybe. Would the best thing for us to do not employ her and hope that she gets some help? No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna employ this kooky bitch and maybe she'll cause some controversy, and then 6 years later we got our show in syndication, we're making tens of millions of dollars. This is what happens, bro. I understand when people are saying Hollywood breaks people. I do understand that. It's not that Hollywood breaks you. It's that if you are broken, they don't care as long as you're making them money, and they will ride you till the wheels fall off. There's a book by Iceberg Slim called, what is that shit called?
Pimp, right? It's just Pimp.
Pimp. It's called Pimp by Iceberg Slim.
Chappelle
He's a
talked about
famous
it.
pimp. Yeah. And he talks about when you're done with a bitch, for lack of a better word, that's what he talks. When you're done with one of your prostitutes and you're a pimp, you can't leave her. You got to break her. And it's really fucked up, but like it's a part of the thing because something about like she's gonna make it hell for the rest of the girls or something like that. You can't just say you no longer work for me. She's gonna cause problems for you, whatever. You gotta like break her. And I'm not saying that's what Hollywood does to people. I'm not saying they're gonna break Britney, but they'll go, we're gonna ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off. And if the wheels fall off, then we'll find someone else to ride.
Yeah.
But that is how Hollywood breaks. I don't think there's like a cast of characters going, who do we break next? There's just the same people up there going, who else are we gonna ride? Like they were doing it.
Who's our trick right now that we gotta?
Yeah, like what's the girl's name? She shaved her head too. Shit, she might be on the way. Black chick, comedian.
Tiffany.
Haddish, you know what I mean? Like Tiffany, they gave her every opportunity. We are riding this thing right now. She starts shaving her head. Everybody's like, nah, it's all good. She's shaving her head. Now, I don't think Tiffany's crazy. I think that she's got a strong constitution, but they will keep on working that no matter what she's dealing with.
If she starts to show signs, they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I'm wondering, like, does the average person, does the average person care? Can the average person remove their success for someone else's mental health? I don't know, bro.
I don't think so. Because we see it in music all the time, too. It's the same way in music. Like, they'll just ride an artist. The artist could be having a drug problem. They could be going through all the gangster shit, getting in trouble in the news and all that shit. And it's like, hey, the music still slaps? We still selling money? Like, let's go.
Keep it going. Kanye,
even if the
example.
music doesn't slap, if you give us amusement, we will watch. And we just need... Tiki Wiki always uses the term off-ramp for morality. Yeah. So, like, the second I can say, I got nothing to do with this, these guys are bad. I can keep watching, and then my conscience is clear, and I can just watch this whole thing happen.
And our off-ramp is, for Kanye, at least for me, I'm guilty of this shit, is, he's just faking. Right? Because I'd rather believe he's faking it then he's really crazy, and I'm just soaking this shit up and talking about it every week on the pod and listening to the music and like letting this crazy person just exist for my entertainment.
Yeah. So for me, it was like the Kardashians are exploiting him and just riding him. That's them that are fucked up.
I'm not fucked up for watching their exploitation.
Yeah. They're fucked up for profiting off of it.
Yeah.
I profit in terms of entertainment. My entertainment life is way more profitable. I'm amused constantly by this guy, but they're worse, so I'm good.
Shit.
Yeah,
all throughout time has been happening. Fucking Van Gogh, cut your ear off, keep painting them paintings as long as them shits look good.
You don't paint with your ear, do you, Van? What you paint with your hands? All right, don't cut them shits off. We're good.
But it makes me wonder, like, because one of the things she said in the statement where she was like, I did everything right. Like, I was told I'd get out of my conservatorship if I was a good kid. Like, I did everything. I stayed pretty, blah, blah, blah. But that line of, like, I stayed pretty.
I stayed pretty is weird.
Because it almost makes me wonder, is that why she shaved her head? Because she was like, maybe if I can remove what they see as my perceived value, then I'll be useless to them, and then I can just live my life.
That makes a lot of sense.
That happens to women who've been sexually assaulted and like molested at young ages. I think what they do, you ever see a girl like get crazy tattoos all over herself or like piercings, all these kind of things? I think what they're trying to do is like make themselves ugly.
Yeah, undesirable. So they never have to go through that again.
Exactly. The fact that Al is laughing right now, uncontrollably.
Unreal, dog.
Uncontrollably laughing.
Unreal.
Imagine how all the fucking tattooed, pierced up bitches are feeling right now. It's like,
imagine how they felt when they were touched on by their dad. Now you chuckling. Now you chuckling when they were touched on by their dad, and that's why they want to cover their whole body with a tattoo so you won't recognize them anymore. Desexualize themselves, shave half their fucking head. You don't know what these girls are going through,
so
bro.
Maybe you're not saying make themselves ugly, but like create a visual distraction to pull away from
them. Bitches became ugly, bro. Like, let's just call it what it is. We can't call it what it is. That's what they were doing too. They put a dragon. They put a dragon on themselves, bro.
Yeah.
They put a dragon on themselves
to distract from their natural beauty.
Yeah. They put the holes in their ears so the dad would fuck someone different.
No, this isn't even insulting to the girls. It's insulting to the guys attracted to those girls. Because they have the same intention that he said. I want to make myself undesirable. Not all tattoo girls, but those. And the guys that are into them, you're into ugly chicks, bro.
Those guys are Britney's dad.
Yo!
Taking advantage of all that trauma.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
You ain't shit.
Yeah. Al, piece of garbage. You're a piece of garbage for laughing at this.
No,
what these poor girls have gone through.
You're a comedian. You're very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny guy,
right? Motherfucker, he wants some merch.
You're his favorite.
He's wearing it right now.
I'm just saying that is a good ass point, bro. There's something there.
Yeah.
There's something there.
And there's probably a similar level of trauma in terms of like what Britney's gone through and then what like an abuse victim goes through. And that it's obviously not as like one horrific incident, but it's years of like mild abuse.
Son, how fucked up are we though as like a culture? Like the second Britney did try to make herself ugly, we're like, oh, this bitch crazy. Like, yo, why you making yourself ugly for?
Hey,
yo?
Dad, take this bitch's freedom,
Yo, come on, yo. She was so pretty before, and now she made herself ugly. She got to be clinically insane.
She don't deserve her own faculty. She should have no control of herself.
Yeah.
Put out an album.
What are you doing? Sing, bitch. What is this bald-headed shit? Bro, Sinead O'Connor, didn't she shave her head?
Yeah.
And don't we think she's crazy too?
Yeah.
She's a cute little bald bitch.
Is she?
Wait, no, I'm
also
thinking about
crazy.
Sade. My bad. Never
Sade.
mind. yeah.
I think they're the same.
Nah,
No, one is white and one is black.
Oh, Sade is black?
Sade's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, get out of here, bruh.
I don't know where
Yeah.
the H comes from in her name, to be honest. That shit is
It's
Sade.
S-A-D-E.
That
with,
shit
with,
is
with the
Sade,
little,
bruh.
With a little, what?
with the little line on it.
Okay, I'll give
it
an A, but where's the shit?
Yeah, where's the chef from?
Yo, we do things in our community. Chill.
And she like
That's
British
how-
though.
Just mispronounced words.
Yeah.
Where the black people with the spelling
problem.
bee, bro? After spelling your names, they should be winning that shit every single time. Yo, come on, bro. You could Sade, S-A-D-E.
Yeah, so that means we would lose every single
No,
fucking
you would
time.
know. You know about all the hidden letters, the silent ones.
true.
Oh,
You have a
gotcha.
huge advantage.
That's true.
You got
Yeah.
apostrophes in the middle of your fucking
true.
names and shit.
We don't care about that Cordy shit.
Hey, watch your
hey,
fucking
We
mouth,
don't care
dog.
about that
Watch your fucking mouth, Al.
They gotta
watch
get a
your
win.
fucking mouth,
We're at
bruh.
the Olympics, like getting
Yo, so
gold
are we.
and shit.
Olympics of spelling, bitch.
Bitch.
Fucking
Bitch.
cuck. C-U-C-K, motherfucker.